Oh, so something back again on another video. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, hit that bell to notify when I do go live and drop all the latest vibes. We got another one. Lightspeed is back. The Last Sentinel devs. This is episode 3, Originality. I'm very excited for this game. I'm hoping that by the end of episode 4, when they conclude this little dev diary, that we get like a demo or an alpha test announcement, or like a release date, or like the actual game's release date. But this game is looking, the potential of this game, or what they're doing with it, the people they have on the team working on it, how long they've been working on it, like the possibilities, like it looks like it's about to be some heat.
This is the game we want to make. But more than that, this is the game we've always wanted to play. This is a story only this team could have built.
We are working on something ambitious.
Never been done before.
We're building our team from the ground up.
We finally get to show what we've been working on.
Daring and original.
So where does originality come from? I'll tell you where it doesn't come from. It doesn't come from me telling everyone what to do. It comes from me throwing challenges at amazing creative people.
Facts.
And find out that the idea that comes through the team, it's better than whatever idea you had.
I never worked on a game that's
Let
so
your
ambitious.
team be as creative
I
as
never worked
possible,
on a
man.
game that is so authentic with a like-minded team, and that's what makes me wake up and get to work.
I always say that with like video game companies, bro. Like, there should not be an instance to where like us as the consumer are like, why, like asking why didn't they put in like simple like tech or mechanics or simple like ideas into a game. When like, bro, if you're creating a video game, like let your imagination run wild, bro. Have the characters, have the environment just be unrealistic but real. Like if it's got to be a realistic setting, to make it realistic, but like let the creativity of the environment and the story, the characters, the action, like let that run wild like it's a comic book. You know what I mean? Like don't hold back. Like just break outside the box of convention. Like do not hold back your creativity, especially when creating a video game or any type of artistry. Like let that creativity run free, because that's when you get the best product.
I would say that The Last Sentinel is going to be a groundbreaking game based on cyberpunk futuristic Japan and dealing with a dynamic main character.
Hiromi is completely different, and the world of Last Sentinel is so unique. We don't know what the future of Japan is gonna be. So we're all trying to create the world that we have never seen.
So we want to make sure that from a gameplay design perspective, we will utilize and reinforce every aspect of her character design. She had a cybernetic arm, she had a very cool combat helmet, and she had this, really unique bike.
This has to be a character that can swim a mile off sea, board a regime ship, and then with a steady hand, shoot and take out the pirates.
So from that angle, it's like, if I'm given a playable character like that, am I able to use this character to the fullest? Does it match my fantasy?
An original approach to the world.
From a gamer's perspective, we're always looking at cutting edge, bleeding edge things, right? Seeing photorealistic graphics, realistic foliage or realistic water in the world, each and everything that we do adds bit by bit into creating the perfect universe for people to kind of enjoy and experience.
I would assume, given how like vast this land is, like they're doing
So,
some
What
crazy
type of combat experience
capturing
are we
of
trying to
real
create as
life
far as
like
the animation
landscape.
perspective?
I
The way
hope
the
that like
attacks are
within like the
delivered,
first
and
week or
enemies
so that
receive them,
those patches are
feels like it's
smooth
real.
and like
They
the
get
game
hurt,
runs
and you
well
can
like
feel
on
the
launch.
pain that they're in.
With a character like Hiromi in an open world, there's so many different types of action the character can perform besides just punching. If I'm shooting
a
and
big
vaulting,
concern.
can I merge those two together? It takes a lot of careful planning, design, and trial and error.
We're able to have a lot of fun creating a very specific emotional arc for the player, and I'm very big on trying to make sure that we can get those emotions going purely through gameplay. Cinematics are awesome, art is awesome, all that stuff, amazing. But if we can nail it through gameplay, then, oh my gosh, having
Facts.
all of the extra stuff on.
Heads up to all devs. We don't care how good the cinematic trailer looks. It's a cinematic trailer. How does the gameplay look, feel? What is it? What is it? We want to see the gameplay. Yes, we love the cinematic trailers for a couple trailers. After the second trailer, I better see gameplay. Stop bait hooking and sinking us with your overhaul of just cinematic trailers that don't tell us or show us anything about how your game plays, feels, runs, looks, period. Gameplay. Cinematic trailer, cinematic gameplay is not real gameplay. AI might as well have done that.
On top is just going to make something truly memorable, and that's my favorite thing in the world to do. So I get to do that in missions a lot by playing with timing, by creating situations that are maybe subversive, using mechanics in ways that players might
Look
not
at the
expect.
landscape of
And
this.
so doing some clever psychological things to get the emotional response that I want. I want to make the gamers cry. And emotions don't necessarily need to be like touchy-feely ones, but it can be like, I want them to feel clever. I want them to feel excited, being able to achieve that response just through the actual interaction schemes of the game.
An original approach to cinematics.
My name is Emmanuel Druckmann. I am the cinematics and in-game
He
media
worked on
director.
Returnal. That,
We actually
go
adopted
and
a
Ghost
lot
of
more
Tsushima. Let's
traditional
fucking
filmmaking
go.
techniques in our pre-production.
Yes,
I think
sir.
more
That's
so
what
than
the
this
team
traditional
behind this
indie
game
industry.
is
That being
loaded,
said, at the same
man.
time, we are developing all this tech so we can push the fidelity and push the performance. We have some amazing cast. Steve was always adamant, if we're going to make a story about Japan, that it should feel authentic, right? And part of being authentic is actually scanning people in Japan. It's to create basically our crowds, our secondary characters, all the parts that go into it. Even on our main cast, most of our main cast is either Japanese or Japanese American.
As it
It's
should be.
amazing to see how much we're able to
We ain't doing no
accomplish
Last Samurai
because
with
of all the
freaking Brad
expertise
Pitt
and
here.
experience we have.
I think this team, everyone is very collaborative. Everyone brings
Last
a
Samurai
lot
with
of
Christian
things to
Bale.
the table.
The meeting room you showed me earlier would fit into
Aha! What if this is where you are being ambushed? So I'm gonna remodel this to be like a control room kind of thing.
this. Oh, and that's where the two demons would ambush you. It's awesome.
It's very iterative, yeah. It's like putting a foot in front of the other.
You could see this push.
This team genuinely looks like they're caring about this product, not only as a developer, but as like someone who plays video games. Like, this don't seem like this is like a money grab. It seems like, bro, if it takes us X amount of years to get this right, we're going to get this right. Now, that being said, we can be getting hoodwinked. But from what I'm seeing, the people along that are along the ride, the conversations and the little ideas and creative like ping ponging they're doing between the higher ups and the people working on it, the devs, the creative directors, the assistants or the mocap team, or just the people who do the photography or the scaling or the color grading, just any person. It seems like everyone has an input and everyone like voice matters, and it seems, again, it just goes back, I feel like they're caring about this game and the longevity of it. They want this game to stand out and stand out for a lifetime for gamers, so I love to see this.
Of acceptance towards new stories, originality.
A lot of times we feel like
Things
a
that
lot
people
of
hadn't
devs
seen
do not
before.
care about
That's a
their
really
community of the
strong way
people
for
who
us to
are
push towards,
keeping their
'cause I can
lights
see
on.
this becoming more and more what people are looking at.
Okay. All right. Yeah, like I said, I'm just hoping that by the end of this, I feel like they're putting these out like every 2 to 3 weeks. So maybe episode 4 will be like beginning of July or middle of July, and then we'll get some type of announcement as far as like maybe an alpha test or a demo or just a release date or like an alpha test release, things of that nature. But like I said, I'm loving this. I'm loving the creativity. I'm loving just like the concept of it. It looks like what Cyberpunk should have been. Like if you made it third person and really added like uh, uh, like life to it, because at the end of the day, there was like Cyberpunk had a lot of problems off rip. Yes, it was a vast map, but it really didn't have life to it, and that was the crazy thing about that. It's like as much as that was going on in that game was kind of stale, like overall to me, you know. But what do you guys think? If you just your first time checking this out, this is Last Sentinels. They have this whole like dev diary episode series going on where they talk about the steps and the main focuses. They have like 4 main focuses: the immersion. I think one was obviously it's the originality. One was the immersion. One was I think the creativity. I can't remember the fourth one, but like that you could see they're caring about this. So what did you guys think about that? Are you liking it, loving it, hating it, debating it? Will this be a game is this a game that you're interested in? I'm interested in it. I hope to see more. I can't wait. This still has my attention. All right, it's been Oh So Sunny. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.